MovieWeb.com.
I was so curious, what drew you to this project? What about Coward's Play really said, I have to make this film, I find it interesting? What's the impetus for this project?
When they first brought me the play, I actually did say I'm the wrong guy for this. I'm not a fan of this genre of film, which is in film it's called the drawing room comedy or the drawing room melodrama, and I'm too subversive. I mean, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm the wrong guy, and the producer said that's exactly why we're coming to you, because you are the wrong guy. And for the first time in my life, I saw that as a challenge. I thought, okay, if you're going to let me make this film, you're going to have to let me make it my way. And what was fascinating about it, once I started studying it and getting into it, Coward was a subversive son of a bitch. The play was very much about it, so I finally began to understand what Coward was about. He was completely having a go at the stately English family. And then within that, I found my own voice. So suddenly we had a lot more in common than I think we did. What I did was ramp it up quite a few more levels than I think Coward would have been allowed to in 1924.
Talk about the casting a bit. I mean, obviously, Colin Firth, Kristen Scott Thomas, you know, two of the...
Say it again, Kristen Scott Thomas.
Kristen Scott Thomas, you know, two of the best actors of
KST,
the day.
yep.
Where does Jessica Biel fit in? What made you think that she would be the right
Well, the play is totally ultimately about a car wreck. It's a train wreck of these two cultures. And you've got your very standard English, you know, like royalty, we'll even look at them that way. We know what that is, and they get hit by something from the future that's new, that's fresh, that's different. Jessica ticked all those boxes. A lot of other actresses didn't. She actually represented the surprise element of those people. It's meet the very posh parents, but they don't know what to expect. Jessica had all that, and a lot of other people don't.
I thought the costume design was fabulous.
Yeah.
Very, very well done.
Yeah.
Talk about that and talking about that individual. I don't know her name, but I heard she's brilliant.
Yeah, Charlotte Walter is her name. She had very little time. She only had about 4 weeks prep. She made most of the costumes in 4 weeks, and it's absolutely outstanding. And she did that classic thing, which is what I asked for. I wanted this old English world, and I wanted an alien spacecraft to land and an alien to get out. So we dressed Loretta. She can't be any better dressed. She shines, she glows, as opposed to everybody else that's pretty damn drab. And even digitally, we did a little trick at the end. We actually made her glow a little bit more in some scenes than anybody else. Just bringing her up a couple of stops so she absolutely stood out. And in this instance, you look at costume dramas and you think, oh, you get lost in them. But this time you can actually look at the costumes and go, wow. And because everybody looks so terrible and Jessica looks so fabulous, she stands out.
What is handy couldn't stand for teasing.
Is it true you've had as many lovers as they say?
Of course it's not true. Hardly any of them actually loved me.
She's scandalous.
Let's misbehave.
When does the carnage begin?